What's up everyone and welcome back to Yokai Watch, or should I say welcome to a special Yokai Watch video, as today we're going to be going after our first legendary yokai, and that is Shogunyan. I've been talking about him for so long, but we've never actually gotten the chance to say the name before because I feel like it's such a secret. It's almost like Voldemort, he who must not be named, because it's such a powerful yokai. And now at the current point we're at in the game, we can actually finally unlock him. So a couple of episodes ago in the Let's Play, we befriended this yokai named Draggy here in Shoten Temple. It's actually part of the quest to get into Nocturne Hospital, so if you don't have Draggy at this point, then it's a little bit too early for you to get Shogunyan. The way we unlock this legendary yokai is by having 6 other yokai that actually unlock a page in the medallion itself. And a lot of people may be wondering, where the heck do we even do this? Where do we go to the medallion? We have so many yokai, but we've never actually seen this medallion. Now, I don't know if this is the only way to do it, but for some reason I found it within info. And then the medallion is right here, and this is where we can see the actual pages of the yokai medallion, and we're going to utilize this to make ourselves a legendary yokai, the very first one, and that is Shogunyan. So if you guys are excited, make sure to leave a like. I'm not sure why I'm going through all our yokai right now. I just want to get rid of the new sign sticker thingy because I don't know, I have a weird OCD about it. But this is the very first page. If we go back, you can see these, and you can see already one of them requires anti-heart, which we got a couple episodes ago. This one here is another one, and you need to catch all of those yokai in order to unlock it. The one that we have unlocked though is the very first one, and here it is. So the yokai we're gonna need to unlock are Draggy, Dismorala, Leadoni, Happierre, Shogunyan, Castillius III, Tattletell, and Mochismo. Now most of these yokai are actually unlocked through the story, but some of them you're gonna have to go out of your way to get. So what we're gonna do is activate Shogunyan first, and then I'll show you guys exactly where to get all of these and link it over to my playthroughs. If you guys haven't been checking out the Yokai Watch playthrough, you can click the screen or check the description and it'll show you the episodes in which I caught all the certain yokai. But first of all, let's make Shogunyan. The emblem is shining!
Summoning Legendary!
Imaginary, incendiary, flip flop, squiggle boom, slim slam, legendary.
That was absolutely ridiculous, and I love it! I'm Shogunyan! Let's be friends!
Shogunyan! Ultimate ring shake cake sharing splitter!
This is so crazy, dude. This is actually, what just happened? What is going on, dude? That song and then Shogunyan talking to us, this is so sick! But there we go, that is the first page of the medallion complete. As you can see, there's a bunch more pages, and I'll try to get these all filled out. This one's actually almost doing pretty good there. This one's not. And then this one, we know all of them, but we don't actually have them caught. So it's gonna be pretty hard to fill up the rest of the pages. But for now, that is the first one, Shogunyan, and I'm gonna show you exactly where you can befriend all of these yokai here, because you do need to have all of their medals in order to unlock Shogunyan. So let's get to it. Let's first go through the ones that you get by playing through the story mode of Yokai Watch, or just playing through the game itself. And first of all should be our very own companion, Shogunyan, who we got all the way back in like episode 3. This one, like I said, you get through the story itself, so it should be pretty easy. I don't think there's any way you can say no to befriending Shogunyan actually. So as long as you play through his little quest, you should be able to get him as your pal and have his medal. Dismorala is about the same thing. They're actually in the very same chapter. I'm pretty sure you befriend Shogunyan in order to defeat Dismorala, and then once you defeat Dismorala, you get her medal. But just in case you didn't have one from the story or somehow didn't befriend her, you can actually find Dismorala here in downtown Springdale in the Academy shortcut. I'm pretty sure she shows up in trash cans, so you don't want this random encounter guy here. Like I said, avoid all those guys and you'll be able to find her in the trash cans. The question is, which trash is she in? And why am I saying trash? So weird. I'm gonna assume it's this one, and there is a yokai's aura nearby, and bada boom, here she is. And her favorite food is actually bread, so give her some of that and you should be good to go. You can also find Dismorala in the trash cans in the construction site, but you can only come here at nighttime, so I would just recommend the other place. Now the next yokai needed to unlock Shogunyan is actually Tattletell, and another one that we could have very easily gotten through the main story of the game. There was once a mission where we had to help our friend Katie with some girl troubles, and Tattletell was right there for us. Again, just like Ms. Dismorala and Shogunyan, there's pretty much no way you can miss these unless somehow you say no to befriending them. It's pretty simple, but just in case, If you want to find Tattletell yourself, you should actually come here to Blossom Heights, and right in this area, down from the old spooky mansion, which you can actually find Tattletell there as well. There's this little alleyway, and just like with Dismorala, we just gotta check the trash cans like this, for example, and I'm pretty sure this should already be a Tattletell. Yep, there it is. And her favorite food is actually ramen, so get yourself some ramen over from the Shoppers District, and you got yourself Tattletell. Attack! And apparently Mochismo also shows up here, which just so happens to be the next yokai I was going to talk about. Anyway, since we're talking about Mochismo, I guess we might as well show off where I usually go to find him, and it's actually also here in Blossom Heights, so if you're looking for a wild Tattletell, might as well come here and pick up Mochismo as well so you can get your Shogunyan. But like I said, Tattletell is part of the main story, so there's no way you should have missed it earlier on in the playthrough. If you did though, I was just showing it off just in case. But Mochismo is actually usually found right in this area. If you guys didn't follow me just there, this is probably the easiest way to get him. Like I said though, his favorite food is rice balls, and just in case, a little quick tip quickie, because I know some people might not have seen this in my regular playthrough, but if you want to target a certain yokai, like say not the middle one there, you just gotta go ahead and fight and then go to target and then toss his favorite food at him. So if the yokai you're looking for is not in the middle of the fight, you might want to do that and target him beforehand. But either way, Mochismo is really easy to get actually. Just give him a rice ball, and if you have a yokai like Casanono here or Cubistol, which is found back in downtown, they have this skill called Popularity, which actually makes befriending enemy yokai a little bit easier for you. So look at that, we actually got Mochismo on the first try. So hey, I guess that's another way you can get him. I didn't even think about this. Wow, this is so weird. Every time he pops out of his little thing, it's so creepy. I'm sorry, Mochismo. We're not gonna be friends. Really? Okay, I guess we're gonna be friends. One that might prove a little bit difficult to find because it's so rare to get it to actually appear is Happierre, however, but it looks like I might have just found one. So here in downtown Springdale, we're back, and inside of the trees, you can sometimes find a rank C yokai. So let's check it out and see if this is indeed Happierre. It's usually around this street or the downtown street by the train station a little bit farther, but it looks like we already got him, and he's one of those runners, but he's not very small, so he's actually kind of runs really clunky and is a little bit easier to get at least than Tattletell was because it was so dang small. But here is Happierre, and it's a yokai that I didn't catch too long ago. Very much want to catch this guy if you want to get Shogunyan. So since he's in the middle, it's actually just easier to just use the item right off the bat. Like I said though, if he's not in the middle, just target and then throw the food. But if you have a yokai like Casanono here, and you throw the favorite food, these yokai shouldn't really be that difficult to get. Honestly, they're all pretty weak, except for Draggy, which is the latest one you got. So really, they shouldn't be too hard to befriend or at least encounter. Some of them are a little bit hard to encounter, but catching them shouldn't be too difficult. And look at that, we actually just got Happierre. So if anything, that proves how easy it actually is to catch some of these guys. So we're definitely going to welcome another one. Now the next yokai on our list might actually be a little surprising to some of you guys because it's a yokai that we tend to see a lot while running around Springdale. You might have noticed Leadoni, which usually leads you over to a little chest and you open it, you either get a prize or a yokai will pop out and you can battle it. But where do you actually catch a Leadoni yourself, you may be wondering? Well, my friend, you are in luck because I am about to show you. Up at Mount Wildwood, when we did the quest with Kappa, we actually came over to this area and that's where we fought that boss. So if you're at this point, which you should be if you have Draggy, just come back over here. It's Mount Wildwood, north of where the elementary school is, or, I mean, if you've been playing the story, this is actually one of the first IPO you ever find. So just warp with your IPO, and if you keep on going north, where I'm going right now, you'll find this little Spirited Away area where we're going to go through a tunnel and end up in a completely different area. And it's actually just an abandoned tunnel. There's a Mirapo here, by the way, so I could have just warped here, but for the sake of showing you guys, look, I'm walking, and here in this place, you can actually find Leadoni pretty commonly, except right now I'm kind of getting unlucky, but yeah, there it is. Run right into this guy, and I believe his favorite food is going to be cheap sweets, so anything like gooey candy, 10-cent gum, shaved ice apparently, or candy apples. Candy apples probably your best bet, but I don't actually know where to buy these aside from at that one festival the one time. So hopefully you bought some then. But candy apples have been working charms for the yokai that like cheap candies for me. You can see that there. Little heart pops up and it's so tasty for him, man. He just loves it. So there is Leadoni. Our next yokai is a little bit more difficult to find as well because he's actually here in the construction site. And the weird thing about this place is you can only come here at nighttime. Now, if you checked out my Shogunyan video, you should be pretty familiar with this place because this is where you find him. And at least I was very familiar with this place within a couple of minutes because it takes you a very long time to get Shogunyan to appear. So I've been here plenty of times, but in case you haven't been to this here construction site, Castilius III can be found here, and he's the next yokai on our list. Now, we have to make it all the way up to one of the higher floors, but he's actually really common in there, and it shouldn't be that difficult to catch him specifically. Actually, for whatever reason, I'm not finding any of them right now, so we're going to keep on going higher and higher up into the construction site. But like I said, the layout of this place is really familiar to me by now, so we're going to run past that guy because that's an Elu, and really, dude? There's no Castilius here today. This is making me so sad right now because he's usually really common in this area that I'm in right now. But right now it's all just snakes for some reason, which is really upsetting me. Oh my gosh, there he is. So Castilius III, who is usually kind of common in here, and his favorite food is actually milk. So you can go to the spa, I believe, is the place where they sell you regular milk. To get the higher quality milks, I'm actually not sure where we go because things like fruit milk and chocolate milk and coffee milk, he also enjoys those. So just give him a little bit of milk. And again, another yokai that I actually get while recording the video. It's kind of strange because now I'm going to have a lot of doubles of yokai, but it's cool.
Castilius III.
Now, the final yokai on our list is going to be Draghi, and like I said, this whole thing wouldn't even be possible without Draghi. He's the first one you should make sure you have, because at that point in the game is when I feel you should be able or be ready to get yourself a Shogunyan. So Draghi you get within a chapter, a story quest. It's the one with Nocturne Hospital. You gotta find this beetle for him, and once you find the beetle, he actually graciously accepts your offer to join in and give you his yokai medal. So he really is the key to starting this whole thing off, because once you've got Draghi, you know that you can pretty much get every other one because he's the last one you unlock through the main story quest. But that is pretty much how to get yourself Shogunyan. You have to befriend each and every one of those yokai that I showed you, and as you unlock them, they will actually unlock the seals in the yokai medallion. Then you go into your info and bada bam, just like that. Now that unlocked us Shogunyan, and I feel like we should end off the video by actually checking him out. So we got all of these new yokai just now, and the most important one of all is going to be the rank S legendary, well actually just legend yokai, Shogunyan. Extreme critical, power of critical attacks is high. That is pretty awesome, man. So we're gonna add him right onto the party. Instead of Jibanyan, a brave type yokai. Let's see if I can finally show off Shogunyan's ultimate without him dying or the enemy dying too quick. It's Bonito Blade! What? Dude, that was insane! He actually finished it off with that. A level 5 little yokai just whooped Dismorala's butt, bro. That is the power of Shogunyan. And we're even gonna get another Dismorala. There you go, guys. That's how to get Shogunyan in Yokai Watch. I hope you all enjoyed it. Here's a little 360 spin around of this awesome little cat. He's so cool, man. So thank you all for being awesome and watching these videos, and I'll see you all next time.